Hello, and welcome to the beginning of something that could be spectacular, but also could just end in a fireball. But well, welcome. This game is Powell Lacrosse, and I'm going to start a kind of like their season mode, and this isn't going to be like any other thing you've seen before, because I don't know, I've always had this kind of, I don't know, vision in my head of, or just kind of questioning for like all sports of what if there was a team that was like only good at one thing. And I remember uh I first thought about this like with basketball, like what if there was a team that there was only one guy who was good at shooting, but he was just like great at he could drain like 50 footers like nothing or almost nothing. And what if there was only one guy on the team who was good at passing, but he could do all kind of sort of like no look passes and just kind of that stuff. And yeah, just kind of like so on, like with ball hand, with like dribbling and stealing and blocking. And I've kind of thought about it with other sports, but now I'm going to make it a reality with lacrosse. And so this is kind of the team I made there, called the Lacrosse Caribou. Uh, and their coach is Tornado something, I don't know. I kind of made up the last name. I don't even know how to say it. But that doesn't matter. What matters is the players. And so let's get started looking at the lineup here. Yeah, I have about like 12 players who specialize in one thing. And they'll I have some like reserve backup players and stuff. But I'm going to try and make it just about the 12 who who specialize in one aspect. And so let's start off with looking at the starting goalie. She will also be our captain. Her name is Reaction Time. Also just call her Ria Time. And as you can guess by her name, her best attribute is reaction time. That's at 99, and reaction is actually a really big thing in this game. Other than goalie, I could also have her play face-off, because that's also, you need, quick reactions to get the face-off, but right now I'm going to put her in goal so that, she can react quickly to shots. Hopefully stop. I think she'll probably be our best bet at goalie, and that's more important to me than face-off. Now let's go down and look at our attackmen. Okay, first off we have Passer. Okay, I promise this is the only name like this. Okay, I just couldn't think of anything like clever or anything. And like this is kind of how I first thought of teams like this, just have, like for basketball, I would just name them like shooter, or passer, or blocker. I know, it's stupid. But I swear this is the only guy like this. Number 19, he'll probably be getting most of the assists for us. Next up is the guy who will probably score the most goals on our team, Issa Shooter. His shooting stats are maxed out, so hopefully if we can get him the ball, he can score us some goals. And finally, our third starting attackman is a guy by the name of Lee Vader. His evasion stats are maxed out, so hopefully that can get him some open space, even though he won't have much to do with that since his shooting stats are crappy. And our attackman on the bench is Amos Guile. He is very agile, and so I don't know. I kind of put him along the lines with Lee Vader. He can probably juke out his defenders a little bit and get some space, even though he won't have much to do with that space. Looking at the rest of our attack who's on the bench, we have two guys who they have no stats. They're just placeholders. And so we have First Lass and John Smith. John Smith was just like the name that they had to start out with when you're creating a guy. So yeah, but those guys are just placeholders. They're not the main focus of the series. Now, let's start looking at our midfield, and to start off, we're going to look at our Fogo. Face-off guy only. His name is Al Star. If you can guess from that name, he's going to be an all-star, because this is the one guy that I just had to max out all of his stats, and so he's a 99 at everything, and that's why his jersey number is 99. I put him at Fogo because I didn't want his talent to kind of overshadow the rest of the team, because it's not supposed to be about him. But I have him just in case things do get ugly and I need to make a switch and have him kind of take on a important role. But for now, we're just gonna have him at face-off so that he can win the face-off, but then he'll get off the field right away and be replaced by another midi. Looking at the rest of our starting middies, we have Amber Dexter Iaz. Now, I don't know why, but I just kind of put a story behind her. And the story goes, when she was before she was born, her parents were trying to decide on what to name their child. And so her father wanted to name their son Dexter, and her mother wanted to name their daughter Amber. They didn't know if Amber was going to be a boy or a girl, so that's just how they decided. And whoever's name wasn't their first name would be their child's middle name. And so she turned out to be a girl, and so her first name is Amber, middle name is Dexter, and last name Iaz. And if you couldn't tell, it's just supposed to be ambidextrous. So she has 99 stats for being able to switch hands. She can use both hands easily, and that's really important in lacrosse, even though it's basically she sucks evenly with both hands. But hey, something. We have Stan Minna, best stamina on the team, can run up and down the field without getting tired, even though he can't run that fast. But who can run that fast? Our next midfielder named Speedy Quick. He is the fastest guy on the team. Hopefully help us get some fast breaks and stuff. Hopefully. Now let's take a look at the defense. And so, starting out for the defense, we have the Czech brothers. We have Bodie Czech, who is the best at the team, best on the team at body checks, and his brother Stick Czech, who is the best at stick checks. You get it. And then who I consider the leader of our defense, because I don't know why, I just love the name I gave him so much. Armedius Strong. I don't know why, just Armedius. It's just, I don't know, it's cool. Shut up. Uh, he's the strongest guy on the team. Hopefully, we'll lay some fools out. Uh, and then next, just our placeholder backup defenders. Kazuo Uzuki, Benchwarmer, Overdone Joke, and we also have a backup goalie behind Rhea, who is named Footwork. Okay, I lied after Passer. Footwork is the other one that I didn't have a creative name for. Except his footwork is on point. You know, stick skills, not quite there, but footwork on point. So he'll be backup goalie, probably also put him in at midi and defense. Except, yeah, that's our team, and that is the Lacrosse Caribou. And next video will be our first game against the Reading Bullies.